I was skeptical about this one, to be honest. I mean, I'd seen some impressive TVs at this price point before, but nothing that really blew me away. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. I'd settled into my usual routine of streaming shows and movies on my existing 65-inch TV, not really thinking I needed anything new. But then a friend of a friend showed up at my place with this massive, things that could politely be described as TV setup. I mean, the TV itself was a staggering 85 inches, but what really caught my attention was the sound system. It was like nothing I'd ever heard before, immersive, detailed, and it genuinely made me feel like I was part of the scene. Now, I'm not one to be easily won over by fancy tech speak, but the more I learned about this thing, the more I realized I was in the presence of something special. Quantum matrix with mini LEDs for improved contrast and color accuracy, Neo Quantum HDR Plus for a more nuanced viewing experience. Basically, all the tech jargon that translates to, this thing looks and sounds amazing. I spent hours setting up the sound system and calibrating the picture, and when I finally sat down to watch a movie, I was blown away. The colors were more vivid than I'd ever seen before, the black levels were pitch perfect, and the sound, well, that's still just about the coolest thing I've ever experienced. I mean, who needs a dedicated home theater system when you have this thing? The Object Tracking Sound Plus feature, for example, does basically what it says on the tin: objects on screen move in a way that's eerily realistic, almost disorienting. And yes, there's Dolby Atmos, too, which I've heard nothing but good things about. One aspect of the TV that I was a bit skeptical about at first was the 144Hz refresh rate, courtesy of the Motion Xcelerator feature. I mean, I'd seen plenty of TVs claim to be able to handle fast-paced content, but the problem is, most people don't really need that kind of speed unless they're into console gaming or sports, that is. I've tried it with both, and I can confidently say that this TV delivers the smoothest possible visual experience. I also appreciate how it upscales lower resolutions to 4K. While my Xbox doesn't quite push the limits of 4K, I could tell the difference it made. Let's not forget Real Depth Enhancer Pro, a feature that does exactly what you'd expect, adds depth to the image, so it feels like you're right there on the screen with the characters. It's not always obvious, but it makes for a more immersive viewing experience if you ask me. I could go on all day about the NQ4AI Gen 2 processor, AI-powered 4K upscaling, and all that jazz. But the point is, these aren't just buzzwords, they're actual features that make a tangible difference in the way this TV looks and sounds. Now that I've had a chance to spend some time with this beast, I've got to be honest, I'm hooked. My only tiny gripe would be the occasional slight lag in menu navigation, nothing that's going to ruin the experience, mind you, but something I've noticed. As for the rest, I haven't noticed any major trade-offs with the Alexa built-in functionality. If I were to nitpick a bit, I guess I'd say the TV's brightness could be improved in very bright rooms, no surprise there, and possibly some occasional motion blur might be an issue for fast-paced content, although, I've heard those are addressed in more recent software updates. All in all, this is a TV experience that just exceeds expectations in nearly every way. I know some folks might be hesitant to spend this kind of cash on a display, but trust me when I say that the payoff is worthwhile. Alright, that's it for today's look at the Samsung 85-inch Neo QLED Mini LED TV. If you want to take a closer look for yourself or order one of these bad boys, be sure to check the description below.